Hey guys, Momentaijankguy bringing you a brand new deck profile. Sorry, I have been uploading it a bit. I've been busy with work and the former vid Digimon's been a little stale. But I've still been having fun with it, and so I decided to make an old deck that I never got to like fully make just because of like how semi expensive it was when it first came out. But as you guys saw in the title of the video, it's gonna be a deck on Bloomlord, like a little update deck. I am missing 2 cards. Hopefully I'm gonna get them later today. So the 4 eggs are gonna be 4 Kokomon. So Kokomon is when one of your Digimon is suspended by an effect, you get to draw 1. And so the only downside to this deck, if you play against Barrage, you sort of auto lose because all the drawing in this deck is not optional for the effects, and so you have to draw. So we're gonna get onto the rookies. Let me see if I got all of them. All of them? No, it's not all of them. No, these 2 are all of them. Okay. All right. So for the first rookies we are playing for Bloomlordmon. It's the searcher. It searches a plant, vegetation, or fairy and a Yoshino to your hand. It only looks at the top 3. And then the inherit is when this Digimon would Digivolve, if you have a green tamer, you can reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. So super nice. And next we are playing for Palmon. Palmon is look at the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 card with plant, vegetation, or fairy, and you can add a plant, vegetation, and a fairy. So you can add 2 cards. This is the these can both add the Bloomlord, but this can add Bloomlord and like any other like 3, 4, or 5 essentially. So very good. No inherit, unfortunately. Then next we are only playing 2 Palmon Eggs Antibodies, so it's on play when Digivolving. You can suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, which is super nice. It's also like a free draw with you on top of this for 0. And then the inherit is when one of your green tamers is played, you get a memory. So super nice. Pairs up really well with Togemon. We're playing 2 Pomemon from is it EX3? EX3, yeah. So when this Digimon is suspended by one of your opponents by one of your effects, you can suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So you suspend yours, you suspend theirs. It's really nice. And then we were playing 2 Memory Block Katerimons. You can swap these out for the BT14, I think. SR Palmons to get the extra memory gain. But yeah, those are the rookies. We were playing 14. Now on to the level 4s. Note every like Bloomlord list sort of looks the same because you can't really tinker around with it. If you do, it becomes like less consistent. So we are playing 4 Sunflowmon. So this is in my opinion, it's probably the best card in the deck just because it allows you to go wide super easily. So when Digivolving, by suspending one of your green Digimon, you may play 1 Digimon card with the vegetation, plant, or fairy trait with 3,000 less per your hand without paying the cost. So it's super cool. And then the inherit is when an effect suspends one of your Digimon, you get to draw a card. So a thing about that, you cannot like Digivolve and then like suspend itself and draw a card because I don't believe it works like that. Okay, and now let's see. We're gonna go on to the next level 4. It's gonna be 4 more Sunflowmon. So this card, unfortunately, unlike Rosemon, it can't work with your 5s. It only works as level 6 because Bloomlord's the only fairy in the deck. So main is by suspending this Digimon, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with a fairy, and it's straight in the hand for the Digivolution cost. When a Digimon with Digivolve by this effect, you can reduce it by 2. So it's super nice. Makes your Bloomlord Digivolve for 2 instead of 4. And then when this Digimon with Digivolve, if you have a green tamer, you can reduce it by 1. So super nice. And then next we were playing 2 Togemon. Togemon is great. During your turn, when you would play a green tamer, by suspending one of your green Digimon, you can reduce the play cost by 3. So if you suspend him, you have to play a tamer. You can't say, oh, I'm going to play a tamer, suspend it, and not play anything. You have to play a tamer. You can't just suspend it to get like free memory gain and then like free draws and stuff. And the inherit is the exact same thing. When this Digimon with Digivolve, if you have a green tamer, reduce the cost by 1. So those are all the level 4s. We are only playing 10. Now we're going to go on to the 5s. The 5s is where you have the most room to be flexible with. 1 card shouldn't be in here because it doesn't really work well with the deck. So, of course, we are playing 4 Agitarmon for this deck. This card is just very good. It's basically a level 5 Sunflowmon. But it's not about digivolving, which is nice. So main once per turn, by suspending one of your green Digimon, you can play a Digimon card with a vegetation, plant, or fairy trait from your hand that's 3,000 or less onto the field for free. And then the inherit is when it affects suspends one of your Digimon, you gain 1 memory. So it's super good, super nice. You have to play 4. I would not tone that down. Of course, we're playing the one Bloomlordmon. This Digiorbition can trigger all your like gain memory, get free draw. It's just super good. It's all one for a reason. It's very good. This should be in the deck. I needed filler last night for my locals last night because I really wanted to play the deck. Ended up getting 4, ironically. This one never came up. Has Fortitude, so if it has materials, when it dies, it comes back. And then on play, when Digivolving, you can spend one of your opponent's Digimon was the DP less than equals in his opponent's Digimon. And then on turn, when this Digimon is suspended, it gets 1,000 power. So it's whatevers. Then we were playing 2 Triceramon. These were also a filler because I wanted to run like the Galemon from the Vortex Structure deck because it allows you to have like higher potential, like OTK potential. But ironically, this card actually put in a lot of work. This is just a better version of this. I wish I just put in 3 of this. It would have been way better. So on play, when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. That Digimon can't unsuspend until the end of their turn. So it's just really good. Anything that like unsuspends twice, or even if you're playing against Purple Hybrid, and they want to like swing and stuff, you can like lock down their Duskmon if they don't have a Velgmon in the trash. And it's like, oh, you can't Digivolve because you can't attack to do the one attacking effect. So it actually came up a lot. These are the only 3 cards that are not Vegetation, Plant, or Fairy. And then the Inherit is very good. When the Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon battle, they trash top card of the security. So super good card. If anything, I might keep in 1 and take out 2 for the Grand Gale. Or I might just put it to 3 because this card is trashing 1. The piercing for 2 is also, it's like really nice. So we're only pulling 8 level 5s. Now on to the 6. The 6s is where you can have, aside from the 5s, where you can have some leeway. So of course we're playing 4 Bloomlord. This is the MVP of the deck. He allows you to do really big checks, a big swing for big numbers. So when Digivolving, you can suspend one of your Digimon, and then for each of your suspended fairy, vegetation, or plant, you gain 1 memory. If you gain 2 or more memory by this effect, you unsuspend this Digimon and it gains piercing for the turn. So very nice. And then during your turn, for every 2 suspended Digimon in play, you have in play, this Digimon gets plus 2k and security attack plus 1. So if you have 4 suspended, he gets plus 4k and security plus 2. So it's just he does count himself, so it's just very nice. Then we were playing 1 Mega Garga. Mega Garga is just a great card when Digivolving. You just suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, and then 2 of their Digimon or Tamers can't Digivolve, and they cannot unsuspend. And when Digivolving end of attack, you can unsuspend the Digimon. So super nice. It's a big utility card. You almost like never have to go into it unless for like certain situations. Then we're playing 1 Leopardmon Antibody. This card is very nice. Allows you to play free bodies, which the deck likes to do, so you can go wide, expand the board, make your Bloomlord a lot more deadlier. And then, but I'm mainly playing it for the aside from that, from the My Turn effect. So when one of your Digimon is played, you may return one of your opponent's 5,000 AP or lower Digimon to the hand, but for each of your other Digimon, you can add 3,000 to the max. So was the deck already going wide, going into this can bounce back a big problem card. So we're playing 6 level 6s. Now we're only playing 2 7s. We're playing 1 Quartzmon when Digivolving to spend everything. And then for every 2 suspended Digimon and Tamers, you gain 1 memory. And all turns, Digimon cannot unsuspend. Digimon and Tamers don't unsuspend. It's just you can't stand up. And then when attacking, you can suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then trash top card of your opponent's security stack for every 5 suspended Digimon and Tamers on the board. So it's just a super broken card. And then we're playing 1 Paladin mode. Paladin mode is very, if they have a big board, they swing. Sometimes this could just end their turn, or this could straight out just win you the game. So it has an on-play when Digivolving. You trash all the Digivision cards of your opponent's Digimon, and then you can return all cards and the opponent's trash, your trash, back to the bottom of the deck. if you return the white Digimon card that's level 7, you gain 3 memory. So if they're playing Omnimon in their deck for some reason, or some other like white level 7, you can potentially gain an additional 3 memory off of this. And then when attacking by returning one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digilegend card to the bottom of the deck, you can unsuspend a Digimon. So this card has potential to swing multiple times if they have no sources. And multiple bodies. So just the two, now we're going to go on to the Tamers. So we're playing 4 Mimi. It's still, in my opinion, the best tamer in the game. It's just very, very good. It's a memory setter. If you have a level 5 or higher green Digimon, you can suspend her to either hatch or promote. And essentially, like last night, I was playing against Mother Control. We were in time, and I needed a play to try to win, because all I needed was one more swing, because on the turn before that, I would Quartzmon, and he couldn't rest his Shotos to give his mother's blocker. And so he put me like a 5 or 3, but I had the 3 cost me 2, so I was able to get memory back. So I played Evil for 2, suspended the other Tamer, gained a memory off the Mimi, went to an Achetarmon, suspended the, I drew a rookie, Evil on the back, suspended the Mimi, promoted, and then swung for game. So Mimi is a very sleeper card. When you see 2 Mimis, the look on the opponent's face is just like, oh no, there's 2 Mimis. Then we are playing 2 Yoshinos. Yoshino is just a very great card. Essentially, every Tamer costs 1 if you have the Togemon, which is nice. It's also a memory setter, so there's 4 memory setters, but they both have their own separate effects. They're both very good. Yoshino is when one of your Digimon digivolves into a Vegetation Plant or Fairy, you can suspend this to gain a memory, so super cool. Basically, it makes all your evils very cheap. And then for the last Tamers, we were playing 4 of the other 3 cost Mimi from BT14. It is a Searcher. On a play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with Vegetation, Plant, or Fairy, and then you bottom deck the rest. And then when it affects suspend a Digimon, by suspending this Tamer, you gain 1 memory, so it's just very, very nice. With Toge, it's free. And then for the last 2 cards, we were playing 1 HPD, just because this deck benefits a lot from it. And then we're playing 1 Grand Dissolve, just go for the theme of the deck. It's a much weaker version of Giant Missile. Giant Missile is still a better card. It can stun, suspend, and bottom deck. This one only can suspend and bottom deck, but just for the off chance that you can play this for 6 instead of 8. But yeah, that's the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And another question, would you guys like to see some Union Arita videos? Because I have been playing that a bit with like the new JJK set that just came out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys next time.